All right, I am live. Okay, let's see. So I wait for people to come on in, but I will be adding a link for purchases. There we go. Okay, awesome. All right, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna be starting this off early. I got a lot of stuff I need to take care of in the evening, so I needed to get this taken care of before that happened. So I do want to talk about the specials that I'm having for my website for this season. It is holiday season coming up, so I do have a lot going on for my website. So shop in particular, if you guys are looking for any type of spiritual tools, such as white sage, sweetgrass, smudging bowls, as well as smudging feathers and things like that. Come check out my website for those items. I do have them in stock. I also have ritual, lunar magic candles restocked. I'm actually running low again. I just restocked this weekend for the Scorpio new moon. Those candles have the Scorpio new moon energy. And then I am working on new candles, a new candle set, I would say, and I should be uploading them soon. But I do still have my beautiful bracelets left over for the angelic bracelets, or the archangel bracelets. So I still have some Archangel Azrael bracelets. This is Kambaba Jasper with mystic quartz. And then I also have, and that one's for Azrael, and this one is Chamuel Love Bracelet, Archangelic Bracelet. This is rose quartz with rainbow obsidian and mystic quartz. And then I also have the goddess one. So I have the water goddess bracelet with a crescent moon, and that is green blue apatite with obsidian and snow quartz. And then I have the earth goddess one with ruby zoisite, snow quartz, and obsidian. And then I think I'm running low on the fire goddess one. So the fire goddess one is the sunstone with snow quartz and obsidian. And then I have the air goddess with blue kyanite, snow quartz, and obsidian as well. I think those are it. Those are it for the remainder of the bracelets. So this sale is going all the way until November 12th. No, wait. Yeah, November 12th. So the 12/12 portal. And so that it can be shipped and be there before the holidays if you're getting this stuff for someone else for the holidays as a gift. And I do have 5% off on everything in the store for the shop, of course, for the physical items that need to be shipped. And you can write in the code holiday cheer if you guys didn't get that when I actually posted about it. So that's the code holiday cheer. So if you guys are interested in that, for 5% off things or items in the store. And then I am also doing, if you buy $60 or more from the shop, then you get a free emailed general reading. So what this is all about is that you ask two questions. So it's two questions personally you want to ask, and then I pull cards for those 2 questions, and I record the reading and send it to you to include the picture of your spread to your email. Okay, and that's usually takes from 24 hours to, I would say 1 to 5 days max. Also, if you want to give it as a gift for the holidays, you can definitely do that. All you got to do is CC me in an email that you're sending it to whomever via email, so I can know who it is, and I could, communicate with them after that and see what 2 questions they want to ask. So that's what we have right now for the holiday season is $60 or more. You get that free general email reading, and of course 5% off items in the store. Okay, this is going to go all the way until 12/12 of this year, so purchase prior to that so that you can have your packages arrive before Christmas or whenever. Okay, because right now we have an issue with the USPS delivery, that it does get a slightly delayed, like about a day or so at this time, due to high traffic, as well as their website seems to be down as well. So just letting you guys know that's what's going on. All right, so again, the code is holiday cheer for 5% off, and then of course $60 or more gets you that free general reading. Okay, this is perfect for the holidays, you guys. I highly recommend anybody who is interested to purchase before the 12th of December. Okay, so that's all I had to say. Oh, let me show you the candles real quick, because these are the old ones, but these are the ones that are still in the shop, still available. So we have the romance, the lunar magic, romance candle or love candle. So this is genuine rose quartz right here, as well as a beautiful, this is a combined natural wax. So this is soy with coconut wax. Okay, and we have, of course, rose petals and other herbs in here. It just smells really good, you guys. Oh my god, this is black currant with jasmine scent, and so it's really very, I would say it's very sensual. It smells really good. Oh, okay, thank you, Liana. And then I just uploaded another one, and I think 3 of them already sold, but I have one left. At least that's what I checked. I have this one left for the prosperity candle. So we have, of course, a crescent obsidian moon, and then we have all of the herbs for prosperity, to include a bay leaf. And then again, this wax is natural soy and coconut combined wax, and this scent is different. The scent is actually, I changed the scent, I actually modified it. So the fragrance oil I'm using now, because it's a slightly stronger throw when it's lit, is the coconut bamboo fragrance oil, and I added all the other stuff to it as well, like frankincense and myrrh and all this other prosperity oils that you find listed on the website. So those are available still, and so yeah, so that's what I have in the store, and I'm going to be working on some new candles. It's going to be a surprise. I don't want to give too much away, because this is like really, I love this idea of these new candles that I'm going to be making. And so it's going to have gemstones, of course. They're just going to be bigger, and there's going to be more of them. And it's going to be connected to not an earthbound energy. That's all I can say. All right. So anyway, so let's go ahead and start the transits. Okay. So let's see. We have, so you guys can purchase during the live for a reading, and that's why I pinned it right there. So you guys are fine to purchase if you want a reading during the live. All right, so we're going to start with the transits for this week. So we're starting off with Monday. So we have a lot of energies happening this week, a lot of tension, a lot of chaos once more. Like I said last week, just be grounded, just follow your intuition, listen to your body, listen to the energy around you as well. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because it's really intense energy, and sometimes we might get carried away with our emotions and things like that. So if you need a break, take a break, just so that you can unwind and you can reground yourself, as well as do energy healing if you need to, things like that. So it's going to be one of those wild weeks once more. So for Monday, for today, and I'm going to Monday and Tuesday, because this is going to move into that. So we have Venus opposite Eris, as well as Jupiter square Eris. And then we have a Mercury opposite Uranus energy. Okay, so the Venus opposite Eris is Jupiter square Eris. These are 3 planets that are forming a cardinal T-square. Anytime we see Eris involved in any type of aspect, or especially this type of hard aspect, we can expect a lot of controversy, a lot of divisiveness. So a lot of arguments, a lot of just wanting to be right, or thinking someone is wrong and you're absolutely right, things like that too. Okay, so Venus in Libra, for example, tries to bring about kind of like balance and consensus, but Jupiter in Capricorn at the aspect of the T square is representing potentially the extreme reactions we might have, or others who are in a leadership role might have at this time. Okay, so Eris is a catalyst type of energy. It is always a catalyst for change, especially, and it's not concerned about how this happens. It's more about like change needs to happen regardless of how it's going to look. It's going to look that way, and who cares, right? So that's what the Eris energy is all about. It's like chaos and change. Okay, and however that's going to look, it's however it's going to look. It's not going to be a smooth ride. Okay, especially if we're resisting it. So then we got on Tuesday, we're heading into a Mercury Uranus opposition, and this aspect first formed back in like earlier October of this year, and then it reoccurred later in that month, as well as when Mercury was retrograde around that time. That's when it occurred again. So Tuesday is the third and final formation of this aspect, and it'll bring in the energies of tension, controversy, as well as miscommunication, and it's gonna really affect us in the way that we the things that we perceive are going to be pretty much topsy-turvy or turned upside down. So any type of like plans, or any type of resistance to new ideas or other people's opinions or ideas besides your own, it's going to be, that type of energy. It's going to be pushing you to stop being resistant to it. Okay, to open yourself up to that. Okay, this energy also stimulates us and can challenge us to learn more about our minds and our thoughts and our opinions, and to really be grounded in that, and to really see what is working for us and what is no longer serving us, especially if it's some type of cycle that is, because you have a difference of opinion and someone else has a difference of opinion, it always starts a fight, it always starts an argument, things like that. And so it's kind of teaching us to really evaluate why this is happening, or what our opinion is that is like triggering someone else, and vice versa. Okay, so you're gonna might gain some better insight on this, as well as also it's gonna kind of bring in like news, like surprising news that you probably didn't really think existed, or you probably thought about it like a long time ago and you never followed up on it. And so this type of news is going to really turn or I would say it's going to be confusing. It's going to create a lot of cognitive dissonance, and it's going to really you know, completely turn your perspective on a certain scenario or experience, again, upside down, topsy-turvy. It feels like this information that you're going to be receiving is going to be like, wow, like you're going to be resistance, again, like cognitive dissonance. You're going to resist it in the beginning. It's going to be very painful for you to accept, I would say. This is what this energy is definitely bringing in, okay? So the moon is going to spend the day in Sagittarius, and this Sagittarius moon is all about being bold, adventurous, and eager. It's motivated to move beyond your usual routine, to try something new, to learn new things, especially with higher education in mind, okay? Then we have the Venus-Jupiter square that comes in and brings the energy of excess and exaggeration as well. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of overly indulging in you know, in things that are just harmful for you, especially with your mental health. Okay, so it's all about the mental body and emotional body here with this aspect. Okay. And so that's for Monday and Tuesday, okay, you guys. So for Wednesday, we have the Sun sextile Saturn. So when we enter this aspect, Sun sextile Saturn, this is all about disciplining ourselves. It's also about bringing purpose to our lives, okay? So really having a plan of action and a follow through of that plan as well, okay? So this energy is going to increase our self-awareness, which is going to lead us to realistic plans and goals for our future, okay? So the Sun-Saturn influence keeps us grounded and stable, which is good because Monday and Tuesday is not going to be that way. And we're going to prefer, you know, having, you know, that slow and steady movement forward in the ideas and the plans that we are going to create for the future. And it's going to be more of a conservative energy, okay, here. So it's going to be very easy to stick with a particular task, a particular goal here, and actually, you know, make headway on it, okay? So actually see the movement, you know, in the projects that you're creating, okay? So things are going to work out as according to plan, and then we're going to be more organized, therefore saving time and money on whatever it is that we're trying to create here, okay? So this is going to be a good energy. So then the moon is going to be transiting Capricorn all day as well. So this is what this is all about too, this influence of Capricorn. And we can be wanting to be very goal-oriented here with this moon in Capricorn. We're going to seek order and structure, as well as we might have this need for it, like big time, because of what's been going on with all of these hard aspects in the beginning of the year and throughout, I would say. And so, but in the hours surrounding the Moon-Mars square for Wednesday afternoon, we can be a bit more temperamental, and this is going to be like a quick, brief transit, and it's going to really challenge our sense of independence and our sense of duty. Okay, so it's like sense of independence versus our sense of duty is going to be challenged. But as the day goes on and we move out of this aspect, it's going to become easier for us to go back into that stable routine that the moon in Capricorn is going to influence us to remain in. Okay, so hey Norma, hi Brown Brujita, hi Rocio. So that's what we have for Wednesday, okay? So just, we're going to get a little bit of a break here on Wednesday, but still watch out for that Moon-Mars square, okay? So for Thursday, we have Venus square Saturn. This one is all about gaining what we want, and seeing what we really need. That's going to be a big challenge for us, okay? Especially when it comes to our, you know, any type of negative attitude that we might have, towards our relationships with other people. Maybe we have like this higher expectation of our partners, or friendships or whatever, and they might not be, meeting those goals or those expectations, and therefore we become a little bit pessimistic regarding the relationship, have a negative attitude about it, about the future of it, and how things are gonna go in these relationships. Okay, so it's going to be very important to really analyze these things and not take it out on your partner. Have a decent communication where both of you guys come together with this in mind to come to a solution, to any issues that you might have. So idealism is not the key here, okay? Throw that out the window. It's all about being grounded and being truthful, as well as seeing the truth in what's really happening in your relationships, okay? So we're going to have difficulties with socializing that might stem from our feelings of being rejected or not loved, or things like that are wounded, our wounded selves, might be sensitive to people's words, because we might interpret them or misinterpret those words to mean something completely false, and so it's just very important for us to not, I guess you could say, to be mindful when we have these interactions. Okay, so this might be due to our lack of I would say lack of emotional connection, or lack of emotional maturity. Okay, so this is what might come in, as well as it even might be due to a rigid type of mentality, or emotionally distanced type of relationship. It's just kind of like you're really being told to evaluate this about yourself, as well as your role in how things are playing out in this relationship. Okay, it's really looking at yourself, as well as looking at who you're with, or who you're friends with, things like that. Okay, very important. So moving on to Friday, we don't really have any aspects. I would say the only thing that I see for Friday would be like the void of moon that occurs at 7:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 5:49 Pacific. So the void of moon is just the last aspect of the moon before it changes signs. So it's going to change from Capricorn, it's going to change from Aquarius to Pisces. And then we also have a sextile to Mars here with the moon as well. So it's going to be a long transition here. So it's going to be entering Pisces the next day, so Saturday. And it's going to last until I would say 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 9 p.m. Pacific. All right, so for Saturday, we have Venus entering Scorpio, okay? And we might experience kind of like a reality check in the areas of our finances and relationships. So again, this is another hard aspect here, where we have the Venus entering Scorpio, wanting to have like this deeper connection or deeper understanding, a deeper bond emotionally with those around us. And if you had a situation when the Venus squared Saturn, for example, on Thursday, where you had to have a difficult conversation, or maybe you were feeling like you needed to express yourself in whatever reasons you had, and you never did it, then you're going to have another opportunity here with this Venus entering Scorpio energy, okay? And I would not ignore this. I would not say, oh, I'm feeling like this about this relationship, but I don't know how to bring it up. I wouldn't ignore that, because it's going to come to a head with on Saturday's energy with Venus entering Scorpio. Okay, so just be mindful of that. If you ignore the work that you need to do on Thursday regarding, you speaking your truth and the way you feel about a relationship, it's not just romantic. It's also, anything that has to do with the heart, anything that's emotionally driven, any type of deep emotional connection that you've been wanting, or you feel like it's all superficial and you're ignoring that, then it's gonna come to a head on Saturday, you guys. So you might as well take charge, take control of it, and bring it up, okay? Before then, because then that Scorpio Venus energy, it's not gonna be nice about it, okay? Scorpio is always all about uncovering the truth, looking at the ugly, looking at the dark, looking at what is missing, what is lacking, and fixing it, okay? And sometimes it's going to be harsh energy, but also as soon as you fix it, Venus and Scorpio energy can be very, very beneficial for you, because it's going to show you your strengths. It's going to show you, your true commitment to one another, as well as it's going to drive deeper passions, a deeper understanding of one another's souls, things like that. There's so much to discover with this Venus and Scorpio energy. So if you ignore the problems that you have in a relationship because you just don't want to deal with it, because you're afraid to speak up, then this energy is going to either help you or is going to go very hard for you, okay? So just take advantage of it, all right? I would definitely do it when I would definitely take advantage of it on Thursday instead of waiting until Venus enters Scorpio for Saturday, okay? So moving on Saturday, we also have the sun entering Sagittarius. So we have, this is like the start of us really feeling like the work that we've done is finalizing, okay? We've been working for so long these past 3 to 4 weeks with especially because we were in shadow season with Scorpio energy. It was helping us with what's going on with our relationships, what's going on with ourselves, any type of healing work that needed to be done, anything that it was surrounding, the way that we perceived other people as well as the world around us. A lot of triggers were to be had in Scorpio season. And so the sun moving into Sagittarius is just kind of like, wow, we just finished all the work and now it's time for us to enjoy the progression of our lives, enjoy where we're at, really be in gratitude because we've learned so much during Scorpio season about ourselves and about other people. And we've even honed in on our intuitive abilities even more, because that's what Scorpio is all about, is removing the old stuff, especially the really dark, hidden stuff that we never wanted to see or look at, and really dealing with that stuff so that we make room for the new stuff coming in at the end of the year, transitioning from the death energy to the rebirth in Sagittarius, okay? So that's going to be awesome. So just if you did all the work that you needed to do, then you're going to be feeling like a sense of relief when Sagittarius season begins on Saturday, okay? So all right. So on Sunday, we have Sun sesquiquadrate Mars, and then we have Mercury quincunx Mars, and then we have Venus trine Ceres. So we have a lot of aspects here. But it's the Sun sesquiquadrate Mars and Mercury quincunx Mars. This is going to bring us this very intense energy again about, like, I would say it's a very fiery energy because of Mars, and you have the sun in Sagittarius as well. So we're going to have like these angry words that are going to come out of us, feeling of self-righteousness because of that Sagittarius sun energy. And then we're going to have judgmental attitudes because of that Mercury quincunx Mars energy. And then we're going to have this sense of like, I'm right and you're wrong type of attitude. So it's going to cause a lot of chaos. We're also, you know, it's funny, every time I have like these aspects, especially with any type of fire, especially Sagittarius and Aries energy, and or I would say Jupiter and Mars energy, that your voice gets a little bit higher and a little bit louder, because you're trying to drown out any other person's voice that disagrees with you, because you're trying to be in charge here of like, you're right and they're wrong type of attitude and stuff like that. So this is what you're going to find yourself doing on Sunday with this energy. It's going to be like, I'm right and you're wrong, and no, you can't hear anybody else say anything. So just be mindful of that with arguments. So then we have the Venus trine series. This is going to be late on Sunday night, and it's going to be providing us a very calm energy. It's going to influence us to really reconnect with loved ones and family members, really kind of like reconnect with your lineage. It feels like it's a very ancestral connection here, trying to understand yourself better through your ancestry, through your lineage, through your family, you know, picking their brains regarding, you know, their past, their experiences, you know, anything that you need to know about your health, especially, as well as, you know, psychic abilities, things like that. I always feel like this is like a great opportunity for you to really evaluate where you come from. Okay. And so this is the calming energy or influence that we're going to feel like at the end of the day. So it's going to be kind of late, not late, but I would say Sunday night-ish, where you're going to feel like you really need to ask questions, really need to learn more about your family, about, you know, their beliefs, as well as, you know, how it influences you to this day. You know, it's like a environmentally influenced thing, as well as nurturing influence thing, you know. So it feels like you're trying to really understand yourself better through the way you were raised. Okay, so this is a very awesome little connection here. Even though it's going to be intense the beginning of the day on Sunday, we're still going to have time for reflection, as well as, you know, try to get to know the people in our lives better. Okay, so that's what I have for the transits. Okay, closing the charts. Oh, there we go. Oh, and I pause that. All right, so let's go ahead and see who we have for the readings. So I'm going to do a group reading first. We're going to do for the energy of the week, galactic energy for the week first, as a group. So we're going to pull 3 cards. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so let's see what we have as a collective here. What we have to learn from our galactic guides for this week. All right. Okay, you guys, here we go. Okay, so for Monday and Tuesday, we have the Breath of the Cosmos. So this is a card all about, I would say, it does have a very Saturnian energy. My will is your will. It's kind of like you dictating your will to the universe. You telling the universe what you're ready for. You're telling the universe what you want. Okay, if there's changes that you want in your life, you're telling the universe that you're ready for the changes and you're ready to do the work. If you want love in your life, you're telling the universe that you're open to receiving love in your life, however that's gonna, whatever form that's gonna take. If you want, you know, prosperity, abundance, or whatever it is, then that's what you're saying. You're kind of breathing it into the universe, and that's what the breath of the cosmos represents. Is you breathing it into life, or you spelling it into creation. Okay, so that's what we're going to be asked to do for Monday and Tuesday, is really evaluating where you're at right now and where you want to go for the future, and where you want to, or if you already know and you have a plan, what steps do you need to take in between to get there? Okay, so that's what the galactic guides are going to assist you with. In particular, I feel like it's a very Lyran energy, as well as like I said, Saturn could be a very helpful energy for this work, for discipline purposes, I would say. And really grounding this information. But the Lyran energy will be a very fiery energy that will propel you to take action on what it is that you want. Okay, so there's that for Monday and Tuesday. So we have Wednesday and Thursday. Trust the timing. All right, so this is all about just trusting what comes in for you, okay? Knowing that you have to be open to receive to begin with. That's how you can really trust that you're receiving the information that you want, okay? Don't believe that things are just, I would say, don't think time is running out for you, okay? Don't think that because you didn't take that job that you're not going to have another job coming in the future. Don't think that because you decided that you didn't want to date that person doesn't mean that you're not going to have a better person coming, in the future, things like that. So that's what it is trusting the timing in what it is that you're trying to manifest as well. Don't rush yourself. Don't think, oh man, did my manifestation work or did it not work? What am I missing? Things like that. So I would say the first thing to do if you're hesitant or if you feel that you're missing something is to question why you feel that way. Why do you feel you're missing something? Why do you feel that you lost an opportunity? Things like that. So it's all about really evaluating that to remove any type of fear that is limiting you and your potential to create or manifest the life that you want. Okay, so moving on for the weekend, we have All Paths Lead to Home. And this is funny because this is kind of surrounding family and lineage, as well as really exploring your past lives, really exploring your soul, okay, where it's been and where it's headed, okay? So your own intuition will guide you with this. And then, really sitting with yourself and evaluating this will be very beneficial. Like meditating, if you don't like meditating, then journaling, do something creative that'll help keep you or your mindset in focusing on you. Okay. If you want to do something like, listening to music that'll help you relax, then you could do that. If you want to, create art or whatever with your hands, you can do that, as long as you're doing it that in a way that is refocusing on you, on your soul, on your needs, on your wants, on the future that you plan, and as well as tapping into a possibility of a past life. And you get these insights throughout your I would say throughout the day. You don't even realize that you're getting all these insights because you're busy doing something, and then all of a sudden you get like this idea and you're like, oh, whatever, and you ignore it. Write it down, or remember, when you do get home, if you do remember these ideas or insights, then take the time and write it down. Okay, that's how you can stimulate your intuition and so that you could better trust it. Especially information coming in, it just comes in. It's channeled information, and you don't have to really do much to receive this information. You just got to be open to receive it. Okay, so that means getting out of your way. Stop judging it. Stop judging yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other psychics or other readers or other healers, things like that. And so that's how you get out of your way to allow channeling to come in, to allow the insights or the information that you really want to receive about who you are, where you've been, and where you're headed. Okay, so you just need to trust it. Whatever it comes up as, like if it's a number sequence, write it down, explore it later. If it's a color, write it down, explore it later. If it's an animal guide, write it down, explore it later. Okay, whatever it is, just trust it. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys for the energies for this week. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start the readings, you guys. Let me check my list here. Oh. Here we go. Okay, let me see. Oh, well, that doesn't say much. View activity. Okay, we have where is she? Petra, you're gonna be for a one past life reading, Petra. And then we have, if you're here, Petra, let me know. And we have Liana for a galactic, 3-card galactic. We have Norma for a 1 card or 1 question. And then we have Ruby for 1 card or 1 question. And then, oh, you're welcome, Rambuhita. And then we have Rocio for a 1 card or 1 question. So just let me know. I know the cats are like coming in. Like, how many times have you seen my cats walking in and out of this room? I swear to God, you guys, this is my life. I have to deal with these guys. They hate it when I put the, the curtains up, but if I had doors, it would be scratching on the doors. So at least they have, a way to get in and out. So, Obi, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Trying to say hi to people? All right. Okay, so I'm waiting for Petra, and if she's not here, we're gonna move on to Liana for a 3-card galactic. Okay, just gonna wait a little bit more to see if she's here. If not, then we'll move on to Liana's. And that's Rex. Rex, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Cats. Okay, so I don't see her answering anything. So we're gonna move on to yours, Liana, for 3 cards for the week. Let's see, connect to Liana's higher self. Ooh, wow. Okay. All right, Liana, so I have trust the timing for Monday and Tuesday. So I feel like for this one in particular for you, it's all about like, to me, it feels like it's relations, related to your relationships as well as to career. To me, it feels like you want to really express yourself, really find your niche or your niche, and really go for your goals. But you also feel like you're being dragged away from it because of, family influences, possibly your partner. I feel like it has to do a lot with you really wanting to put yourself out there, but you also feel like there's a hindrance in that. But trusting yourself, trusting the timing is important. If you felt like you need to step it up more, then go with that, and ignore any naysayers in your life, anybody telling you not to do certain things, because it just feels like you've been doing a lot for everyone else. You've been listening to them, to their advice, and usually that advice is a hindrance to your growth, okay? Because it's more about them instead of about what you want, okay? So their advice is more tied to what makes them happy instead of actually giving you advice to make you happy, okay? So it's important for you to trust the timing of what's going on in your life, what's going on with your career, your business, things like that. You're not missing the boat. You're not way behind, even though it feels like you are. You're not, you're not missing out on it, okay? It's the universe is assisting you regardless of what's happening in your life, okay? Regardless of that, you're still getting that push, you're still getting that assistance from the universe. And they're just, all it is just for you to take action. All it is for you to just really step into how you want to create, your business, how you want to go forward with that, okay? And like I said before, if there are people in your lives that don't believe in you, that don't support this vision, then you might have to have a conversation with them regarding how you really feel, especially when it comes to this, because I feel like you're like what they're showing me is a cage, and there's a bird there, and you're the bird, and the cage is your family or these loved ones that are not supportive, that they just want to cage you in, they just want to keep you safe, they say, but at the same time they're hindering you from flying, from really discovering who you are, from really feeling like you have a purpose, from really expressing yourself and all your wisdom, okay? And so your galactic guides are like, you just, whatever it is that you need, just ask, and how whatever steps you take are perfectly fine, okay? Don't feel like you're missing anything, okay? So next one is for Wednesday and Thursday. You have the whale and orca elders. So this is a Syrian connection here. So connecting to your Syrian guides, because I feel like there is definitely magic in the ocean, and the ocean represents your magic. It's expansive, okay? It's continuously flowing, it's continuously growing, it's continuously moving, okay? And so that being said, working with oceanic beings and Syrian beings will be beneficial for you, because you're going to be able to express yourself clearly. Even though it's an emotional expression, it's still an expression in itself, okay? And you're going to be able to really use this, to benefit you. You're going to have an opportunity to really dive deep into your emotions, and to relying and trusting them, and really telling people, hey, you know what, this is who I am, this is how I feel. If you don't agree with how I feel, that's not up to you, it is up to me, okay? And really sharing your song with everyone, okay? So it's very important for you to be allowed, or you allowing yourself to really express yourself, okay? Like I said before, they show that caged bird and you being the bird in so many ways, because of the way you were raised. You never were allowed to express yourself, and now that you're an adult, you have the opportunity to do that, okay? And so don't think that you should minimize who you are, or the way that your emotions help you with your intuition, because it makes other people uncomfortable. Okay, it's really important for you to accept that. Okay, give yourself permission to be you. Okay, so the Syrian guides will assist you with that, as well as your oceanic energy and oceanic beings like the whales and the orcas. Okay, so for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you got the void. So the void is the beginning and the end. It is everything and nothing at the same time. It is God and godlessness. You know, it is everything. Okay. This is the great cosmic womb where everything exists outside of it as well as inside of it, and then it doesn't exist at all. Okay, so to me, this means that you are starting to embrace certain aspects of yourself, a certain knowing and certain connection to Creator, as well as the oneness of creation itself. But you're also realizing that sometimes, you know, holding on to certain beliefs are not beneficial with you for you anymore. And so yes, the beliefs still exist in some capacity, you know, for other people, but they no longer exist for you. Okay, and that's okay. It's like a paradox of existence and non-existence, which you understand, and you're starting to understand that it could all be one. Okay, because it is all one. Okay, and so embracing this is really important in order for you to feel balanced and at peace with what you're choosing to, you know, really believe, as well as transform yourself into. It's more like a remembrance, I would say, for you. It's not like to a lot of people, it's going to look like a transformation, but this is who you really are. Okay, and so that being said, embrace it. Embrace everything about this new. Like I said, for people, it's going to see like a new you, but it's really you. You're like, this is you all along. Okay, so that's what the whole purpose about really trusting yourself and really embracing who you are completely for the weekend. That's what's going to drive your connection in this sense of the word, to the void, to the great cosmic womb, to where everything started and where everything ends, you know, things like that. So that's what I have for you, Liana. Hope this makes sense. It's a lot of intensity, a lot of great transformations and changes happening for you this week. All right, so let's see who we have next. So I'm still waiting for Petra to say if she's here. If not, we're going to move on to Norma for a one card or one question. Norma, do you have a specific question you want me to answer, or do you just want me to pull a card for you? Just let me know. You're welcome, Leanna. Oh. Let's see. If Norma's not here, we're going to move on to Ruby Weiss. Ruby, let me know if you have a question or you want... Oh, there you are, Norma. Okay, do you have a question, Norma, or do you just want me to pull a card for you? And then we'll do Ruby right after you. And Ruby, let me know if you have a question or you just want me to pull a card as well. And the same thing goes for you, Rocio. Okay, guidance for a master's program. All right, awesome. Ooh, let me grab... I would always tell people to do it. Like, that's just me though, because okay, my Virgo rising loves school, okay? Loves it, absolutely loves it. But my Sagittarius sun despises it. And not because of what we're learning, it's more about the restrictions and rules that come with that, the having to listen to a teacher, and you might feel sometimes that you know more than they do. That's just me, okay? But my Virgo rising always shuts me up before I even say anything like that. So oh no, it's okay. You could continue driving, Norma. Okay, so master's program. Let's see. All right. Issues with being tied down to something. So for you, it says your life purpose involves oration skills. Okay, so speaking and stuff like that. So there's a possibility that if you do go into a master's program, they're gonna help you refine this. Okay, so for example, if you are doing research, or say the program is in psychology or even social psychology, because I feel like you will be very much intrigued on learning how society works and the psychology behind that, behind the structures within society, as well as learning how people are influenced, as well as learning how what's going on out there, why there's a higher population of drug use in this area versus this other area. So all of that, anything to do with issues in society, I feel like you in particular will be interested in learning that, especially with statistics, I would say, and doing the research in the statistics region of things. And so that being said, when you do this research, you're able to then push this information out to different locations, especially when it comes to bringing in more money for certain programs to assist people that have drug issues, that might have poverty issues, that might have mental health needs, things like that. That's what social psychologists try to bring in, is that they bring in more funding for these things, for their environment, to help the people around them, to help their societies, things like that, and children, of course. So I feel like for you, because you're here to do this great work with helping others, I feel like it might be beneficial to do a master's degree, especially because it'll afford you more of an opportunity to really connect in that way with other people. And you could even do it as a therapeutic degree, even if you don't want to do just the research aspect of it. But usually therapy and research go hand in hand, because you do have to provide information for the statistics of your local area, especially if you're working with underprivileged kids, or you're working with underprivileged families, things like that, in therapy sessions, things like that. You can even push in for a grant to help them pay for their therapy sessions as well. So to me, I feel like this is very important for you. I feel like it'll help you open more doors, and you will even become a certified counselor, and you can assist other people, with a combination of your spiritual practice and counseling with healing, and that'll be very beneficial for your business, as well as for reaching more people too. Okay, so to me, I feel like this will be a good path for you. Again, you could just go into any type of psychology for counseling, even social psychology, or even, even getting a master's degree in social work, because they actually teach you about counseling during that master's degree as well. Okay, they do incorporate a lot of psychology in it, and I think you could get board certified as a counselor if you do have a master's degree in social work as well, because I know I have a lot of teachers that when I went through my undergrad that had master's degrees as social workers. Therefore, they were able to get licensures as a licensed counselor and were able to help out in that capacity as well. So I feel, to me, what your guides are saying is you have different avenues on how to approach these things, but they do feel like this is going to be beneficial for you in the, I would say, in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Norma. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. That'll be great. Yeah. Yeah. You know why? Because um, for evaluation purposes, of course, you're going to get the psychologist that evaluates the person, the kid, and says, okay, they have this issue, and then the kid needs a counselor that they need to go to daily to work with, so that you can teach them how to communicate, teach them, how, especially depending on how severe their autism is. You teach them how to communicate. You teach them how to do their daily chores and things like that, like how to get dressed, how to eat, and things like that. So it just depends on how severe the autism is for the kid. The psychologist will diagnose them, but the counselors usually do the rest of the work, like counseling, helping them with their emotions, helping them with communication, all this stuff. Okay, so I really do feel like it's going to be super beneficial for you to do this. I feel like I think you're going to go into a 2-year program, but of course you have a 1 year of internship, so it's like technically 3 years. But I feel like it's going to go by fast. Okay, so I definitely recommend that, and I'm sure well, of course your guys are recommending it too. So that's what I have for you, Norma. Oh, so you're gonna, okay. So I would go with looking at a state school first. So state of California, University of California, things like that. Look at them first, because they usually have grants, scholarships, and things like that. But I feel like you in particular will be able to get, I don't know if they have it in California, but I know out here, if you're a single mom or if you're a minority, they have scholarships for graduate school. I don't know how it is in California, but I know out here in the Midwest, they have that stuff because they want more minorities to go into graduate studies. I would explore that. I would call the admissions department for each university and see what they have for you, so that you won't be in debt, or at least then paying for certain things for school. Look at the UCs first, and then if they are not, those are the ones that usually do work with you. If they don't, then you look at online schools. I know they have Ashford University. That's in San Diego, California. I've been through them before, and they do 5 weeks per class. So instead of you going a full semester with like 6 classes a semester, you could break it down into 5 weeks of class, like that. So it depends on, because they do it because of you being busy with work and things like that. Okay, so I would explore the UCs first, ask questions for the admissions counselors. If they don't have correct answers or they don't know how to help you, then look at Ashford University online. They do have a psychology master's degree. I think they also have a PhD. And then look at other options online, okay? Yeah, exactly. You don't need more student loans, exactly. Yep. You're welcome, Norma. All right, so for Ruby. Okay. Okay, Ruby, that's fine. We could just pull a card for you. And then after Ruby, we're going to do Rocio. And then if Petra is in here somewhere, let me know, Petra, if you're here. All right, so for Ruby, we're going to do the Galactic cards. So these Starseed. These are the Starseed cards, not the Galactic ones, the Starseed. Same thing. But they have just the different names. Okay, Ruby, let's go ahead and pull a card for you. Ooh, okay. So you got Breath of the Cosmos. Your will be done. That's what I kept hearing. Your will be done. So this is about manifesting and really trusting what you're asking for, that it's really going to come through and true. Okay. So I feel like right now, what your guides are saying is that it's important for you to really trust your intuition, really help yourself with that, with guidance, internal guidance, and then just asking for what you want. Okay, so we had the Scorpio new moon this weekend. Sometimes, I always give the Scorpio new moon, or even any type of lunar cycle, like 3 days, or completely to complete the cycle. Even though a new moon transitions in 2 days, I would say tap into that Scorpio new moon energy still and ask for what you want and desire, because we are in the waxing phase of the moon right now, and waxing is all about discipline, as well as really having a vision of what you want, okay, and holding on to that vision, having a positive mindset about it manifesting and it really coming true. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and breathe this into life through writing down your intention for it. Like, what do you want out of life, or what do you want right now? Like, what is it that you need right now? If it's money, ask for it. Don't be ashamed. Ask for it. If it's help with something, ask for it. And then from there, have the courage to take action on it. Okay. So for me, for example, with manifestation, I have to have action behind it because I have fire energy. So it has to be air, a thought, a mental clarity with air energy. Then I have to bring it into emotion, which is water quality, water energy. And so me feeling like it's successful, like it's actually happening, I'm grateful, full of love and things like that. And then I have to move into passion, which is fire energy, and action, and really moving forward with what I need to do in order for this to take root. Okay. And then from there, taking root or planting the seed will be the earth energy, and tending to the crop, or tending to what it is that you want. So that's where that waxing moon energy comes in, with discipline, with really believing in it, with really having a positive mindset that things are going to work out like you want them to. Okay, so incorporating all of the elements will be helpful for you for manifestation purposes, because that's what you need to manifest. And really just asking for what it is that you want, like really sitting down with yourself and just saying, you know what, I really want this in my life, or I really need this in my life right now, and this is what I want to do. Okay, and so not thinking about what you don't want, right? Not thinking about like, oh, I really don't like that, or I really don't want that to come back. It's about, what do you want, right? And really sitting down with yourself and trusting that you are manifesting it. Okay, so that's what the breath of the cosmos is all about. It's about really breathing that into fruition. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Ruby. Okay, so we have Rocio that is next. Let me see. What is this new project trying to teach me? Okay, let's go ahead and ask. I'm gonna get the Galactic Heritage cards for this. Okay, so your Andromeda guides are here, and you have change from Andromeda. Change, allowing change to flow, or allowing change, or allowing growth to come in. Okay, so new projects usually bring in new growth, new opportunities for advancements, for evolution, for really really creating the life that you want. Okay, to me it feels like you have this sense of hesitation because you might have been planning something and it might have fallen through, meaning it didn't go the way that you planned. But that doesn't mean you should be discouraged, because it might have been that you needed to tweak things here and there, or tie up loose ends in order for something to take root as well as to take off. Okay, to me it feels like there has to be a lot of trust, as well as there has to be a lot of discipline when it comes to this new project. Okay, to me the trust comes in a way of trusting other people to assist. Okay, sometimes it feels like you're doing way too much and not delegating, or not having someone assist you because you don't trust that they're going to do it the right way, or you don't trust that they're going to have the same I would say delicacy, or the same love for something, that they might just ignore certain things here and there, and things might fall through. Okay, so it's understandable. It's really understandable, because I'm the same way. I really need to see things through, and sometimes people, might want to assist, but they might be a hindrance to that as well. I understand. It happens, but to me it feels like change is the whole thing about change is meaning changing the way that you perceive that. Maybe the way that you perceive certain people that are assisting you with this, or assisting you with your things that need to be done around the house, things that need to be done at work, things that need to be taken care of. Okay, changing your mindset on them, making sure that you are very forthcoming with what you want and how you want things done is important, but also understand that they're human and they might forget things here and there, or they might have a different way of doing things. They might be slow to do something, instead of being like you, that you're like, all right, I've got things to do, I gotta do it now, and they might be like, I'm gonna take my time. And that might be an annoyance to you. But remember, that's all about change. It's all about compromising as well. So to me, I feel like this new project is helping you understand that what you perceive needs to be really understood by others, especially if you have a certain vision on how things should be run, or how things should go. That needs to be reiterated, so that people understand that, especially if you have people working with you. Okay, family members, if it's loved ones, if it's friendships, or if it's colleagues, things like that, they really need to understand what your vision is. They really need to have a timeline of how things are gonna go. They really need to know that this is what you want to do, when you want to do it, as well as you need to understand that they're human. They might need to hear it more than once. They might need to be told, hey, I see that you're lagging behind. This should have been done yesterday. So it's kind of like really compromising. I feel like that energy is about compromise, but it's also about really exploring, you know, who you are as a person, um, and what you're willing to allow and what you're unwilling to allow when it comes to these things. Okay, so I feel like your vision needs to be reiterated. It needs to be understood better from the perspective of them, and of course from your side of things, it's all about growth as a person, and really seeing this take place or take root, so that the future that you have in mind is definitely going to be, you know, created in that way. It might not be completely every step of the way accurately, you know, done, but it's still going to be created, no matter what, especially if you're holding on to that vision and you're breathing in life into it. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Rocio, if that makes sense. There's just a lot of factors here that are in play. uh, you know, like I feel like there's a lot of different personalities at play here, and I feel like you in particular have a very strategic plan, and then someone else is like off over you, and you're just like, gotta ground you so you can help me out. All right, so but it's gonna happen. It's gonna go through. But just have patience with people. If you need to reiterate stuff, again, reiterate it. All right, so I'm waiting for Petra. If you're here, let me know. And that's the only one that I have left for today. Thank you guys again for all the support and for purchasing your readings. Tomorrow we're going to have Toltec Tuesdays. We're going to have it at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 8 p.m. Eastern. So for Toltec Tuesdays, what I like to do is we go over the Aztec day signs, or Aztec astrology of the week, and then we jump into energy healings as well as galactic codes. Okay, so if you guys want to purchase, you have to purchase ahead of time, so before the live begins, because I do ceremony with everyone who purchased. I bring in all your guides, your higher selves, so that I can get assistance with doing the energy work with you guys, and so for the galactic codes, I bring in your galactic guides, and so it's just I have to be prepared. Have to be prepared, so that I can give you guys as much information as I can, as well as this energy healing that you need at that time. Okay, so that's what we are going to do for tomorrow for Toltec Tuesdays. And then this week, we have Wednesday, we have Speaking with Spirit, and we're going to have Andrew Day of Andrew Astral join us for an interview. And yeah, so we're going to be doing that at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, we're gonna have a busy week. All right, so that's all I have, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being super supportive of my channel. I highly appreciate it. And so I don't have Miss Petra here, but I'll see if I can contact her later on and let her know that I'll do her readings tomorrow instead. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. Be mindful with the transits. Take care of yourselves. If you're feeling like you need a break, take a break. Remember, if you're going to be doing any type of energy work on yourself, that's definitely good and beneficial. I always recommend that you do, especially if you've been around very intense energies lately. Take a break from them, do energy work on yourself, and so you can be recentered and rebalanced. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Love you.